Bethesda have just put out a brand new video going over everything that we know about Shattered Space. This is absolutely insane. This video is 10 minutes long. It is filled with brilliant things. Shattered Space is shaping up to be an absolutely phenomenal DLC. Taking Starfield back to those Bethesda roots, keeping things located on one planet, and tons of more focus on melee combat, exploring a storyline, doing things that I really hope Starfield would do a little bit better. So I love this. It looks absolutely awesome. And the whole video is around about 10 minutes long. Loads of cool stuff in there. Today, this is just a quick overhaul. We're going to have an extreme deep dive tomorrow or the day after, because it's going to take me a while to pick through everything. But there's so many cool things in there so far. It looks absolutely insane. Now, as we already know, it is based on one single planet, which looks really cool. I'm excited for that aspect, and this planet is fully explorable with tons of gravity anomalies and other effects on that planet too. So we're going to have strange scenarios when and wherever we go. It's going to be like visiting multiple planets but just on one. So all of those exports that you see around the settled systems focused on one area which is fully explorable. Whether there's going to be sort of tile sets, I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work yet, but this is something you can come and go from. It basically just adds a new system. You go to this planet, bish bash bosh, you can continue with the normal storyline as and when you want, which is good news. Now, this isn't an official trailer. This is all of the gameplay footage from the actual event showcase itself. So check this out, loads of cool stuff in there.
The fate of our house was written among the stars. The great serpent tells us there is nothing to fear.
Do not
At least, not for those who walk the path. You will rise as Varun.
Vindicator, Harbinger, Reverend,
Promised.
The Zealots were once a part of Varun society. They want to continue the Serpent's crusade. They'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council, or even the reinstatement of their house.
Varun Kai and Dazur City are like no other location in the base game.
From its inception, House Varun has been driven by a singular, unique vision. Because of this, Varun Kai has a completely distinct visual identity. We say it's very alien. You'll see this in the extraterrestrial landscape, gravity anomalies, and much more.
Part of getting that across is amping up the aggression and the chaos of combat.
Now that is brilliant. That in itself is like a trailer. About 2.5 minutes of just absolutely awesome new cinematic and gameplay footage, and just from those little snippets we learn a lot. Looks like we could potentially be able to build outposts. Some of the wind turbines look like they're the things that we can build, but I'm not 100% sure if they're going to be buildable items in this. As mentioned, it is all self-contained on one planet. You're not cut off from the settled systems. You can come and go as you please. But it looks very horror-like. Seems like they've gone a bit further into the darker side of Starfield. Starfield is overall, I think, very light compared to some elements that we've seen in previous games. But I love how they do the storyline. So being able to go into a bit of a darker, nitty-gritty area of Starfield is something that I'm really looking forward to. There's much more of a focus as well on CQB, close combat. The whole planet is going to be a wash of all sorts of craziness, and because they were testing the grav drive feature, which caused a rupture in space-time, there's going to be enemies that can pop out from any time, any place, which is really going to enhance that sort of fear factor, make it a little bit more jumpy if you think something's going to be jumping out at you. With all of the House Varun factions and smaller houses divided because of this, their leader is trapped inside an anomaly, which I'm assuming the main goal is to get him out. He is the man that is in touch with the Great Serpent. Giggity. So the storyline is going to be your job deciding the future of House Varun and their place in the settled systems. So it does seem like some things that we do on this planet could have an effect on the overall gameplay, which I do like that idea. Seems like this is going down a much more freedom and more story decisions based route, as opposed to normal Starfield questline. And I like that there's going to be a few more consequences. Don't know if it's going to be as in-depth of having different areas that we can go to, completely different endings rather than just the two endings that we've got. Or it's going to have more of the freedom that the side quests have. I do hope it does have that aspect. Now, bringing back some of those cool things, we're also going to be seeing a lot of the normal Starfield enemies as the rift in space-time has captured a few people that were already there. So, you know, the usual Crimson Fleet, the Zealots, stuff like that are all still going to be there in certain areas of the planet. So I do think this is going to be really quite big. They've not said the size of it, whether it is full planet or not, but I do hope so. But as well as returning enemies, there's going to be a lot of new enemies in there as well. Things that we haven't seen before that are definitely going to give us a run for our money. Seems like this is going to be a more harder element of the game, and I'm excited for that. Now, in some of the trailers as well, it looks like there's some new weapons, so that'll be quite cool, as well as armor sets. I do like the Varun stuff. It does look quite cool, so I'm excited to see what we can get. Whether we can go full jazzy, looking like a Varun Serpent Priestman, I don't know. It might just be some of the armor that looks quite cool and beefy, but hopefully there's some of the dress stuff in there as well, because that does look really cool as an outfit. Doubt it's going to have many properties to actually help in combat, but still looks cool nonetheless. Now, there is plenty more news, but like I said, we're going to do a deeper dive. It does look like there's some massive ships in there. Whether we're going to expand the ship classes, not 100% sure, but we'll have a little bit of a look into that when we do the deep dive, which will be tomorrow or the day after. So stick around for that one. For now, though, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and we'll see you in the next one.